Hey, so it's Dr. Sun. I'm over here at the Essex County Riker Hill Art Park. And behind me, if you can see, it's like in the trees. I don't know if you can really see it there. But behind me in the trees there is a Nike radar tower, a Nike radar tower. And there's one right there too, right there behind me in the trees. There's a Nike radar tower. These Nike radar towers were used here at the top of this hill to intercept projected, imagined missile strikes during the Cold War. And down there in that like valley, when I was in high school, we used to go play in the old decommissioned Nike missile bases. Yeah, like you could open a hatch that was flush with ground level and go down into a dark subterranean chamber if you wanted to. I never climbed down inside. I used to just watch from the ground surface because it creeped me out. It creeped me out, but I remember back in the day going out with John Anderson, Dave Cantafa, and we'd hop over a fence down there off Route 10 by Oakner, Paraguay, Oakner, I don't know how to pronounce it, in Livingston, right where Livingston begins. And it was a fenced off field, and you could just go find these old decommissioned missile silos and lift the cover and peer down into them. And I think they now have, either the field is still there, I don't know, or they've built houses on top of it. But what is left here are these towers, these radar towers that helped them see when missiles were coming in so that they could intercept. Yeah, so just deep breaths here. A lot of paranoid Reagan era energy vibe going on. But what I love about this is that they have turned it into an art park today. It's an art park, and they have art classes, and people are allowed to come and take art classes. They have their communications antennas up here, but that building down there, that's for art classes. So they've turned this into Riker Hill Art Park as a thing to do for the community, and applause to that sort of, you know, evolution, taking something that had that death vibe and using it for creativity and re-stamping this entire hill with a positive energy, right? So that's it. I took a couple of pictures. There's not a lot to see here except this plaque over there that kind of explains things. Yeah, I don't think that people want to go into too much detail about how we were ready to destroy the world over our fear of communism. Yeah. And I just want to note that there are stairs that go down to that platform in case someone wants to check it out. Not me. I don't like the energy and the vibe. It gives me the creeps. But, yep, there's stairs to go explore and investigate. And the Nike radar tower. There's little hatches everywhere. They've got some art around the property, but it all looks old and unkempt. None of it looks new or has any kind of life to it. So over there, next to this community garden, is a flush circle with growth on it, and that circle is a large entry place to, it's like what we would have crawled down when we were teenagers. We didn't go down those tiny little hatches I was showing you before. We would find these flush entry points that were big circles, and I'm not gonna get out and go there because there's people tending to the garden, and I think it's super creepy to be lurking around like old missile silos. Yeah, I'm a creepy person. I do these things. I'm mostly doing it because we're not going to be here anymore, and oftentimes when I tell people that I used to explore these old abandoned missile silos, they don't really believe me that they're there. And here we go, there's one right there, right? So where this growth is coming up, and you can kind of see the rim around there of a circular thing, that was an entry point to a missile silo at one point in time. Yeah, this one just looks kind of like a sewer cover, but very interesting hatches. So I came down to just off of Auckner. Actually, it's off of River Road. Interestingly, now the road is called Nike Way or Nike Road. And yeah, they built condos out here. But they have a marker. They have a marker that acknowledges the Nike missile bases and tells you that this land that you're standing on was on top of the missile bases, and all this property out here is private. Okay. You can't go on it unless you have clearance, apparently. So they did kind of commemorate this. This wasn't here when I was, this was like a secret when I was growing up, and we used to go jump over the fence, and it was, I think most of my friends didn't even know that this was a thing here. So yeah, remnants of the Cold War, people. Life in America.